Welcome back to Crypto Hustle 101. In this video, I'm going to break down the Crypto Hustle retracement and how I apply it to my trading. After years of charting day after day, I figured out a new way to predict price action for myself. I then took that detailed process, stripped it down so that I could quickly find support and resistance levels early that you wouldn't be able to see otherwise without having to go through the long process of scaling the chart. To start, let's go over the Fib retracement process, then compare it to the CH101 retracement. This impulse move or trend is made up of two things. That's price, which represents the distance an asset has gone. The other is time, which represents how long it took for an asset to reach that price. The Fibonacci retracement uses price and applies a mathematical ratio of the Fibonacci sequence to forecast potential horizontal support and resistance. Let's go ahead and head over to the menu, select the Fib retracement tool, and start here. And come down to here. So it disregards time and uses this price range to give you these levels of interest. Now what's often looked for is a possible bounce off the 0.382 and 50% level, or a retrace further down and possible consolidation between the 0.618 and the 0.786 level. Let's go ahead and hit play and see how this plays out. Let's go ahead and hit stop there. Now, as you can see, price broke past the 50% level and doesn't reach the retracement zone. And that happened often and had me chasing trades and losing a lot of money. So I came up with the Crypto Hustle retracement that uses both time and price in conjunction with the inverse of the 0.618 to forecast horizontal and diagonal support and resistance. So, to put it simply, I figured out a new way to use price action to forecast horizontal and trend line support and resistance way in advance. You use this price range, come back over, select the trend tool, and you draw it to where it intersects with those horizontal levels, like so. And that's going to forecast trend line support that you wouldn't have been able to see otherwise, and you can draw it way before price gets there. Let's go ahead and hit play. All right, bounces, takes off. Let's go ahead and stop it right there. So even though price didn't reach the reversal level, it still respected this trend line I drew and gave me plenty of chances to enter before price took off. Now let's go over how you set that up. Go to the menu, click the Fib retracement tool, go into the settings, and you want to make sure that 0 is checked, 0.69, 0.81, 1, reverse, and levels is checked. Once those are checked off, click OK. Let's go ahead and delete that. Go ahead and select the Fib retracement. Now after a downtrend, you want to draw from the swing low where it ended back up to the swing high where it started. Then you want to draw your trend lines to intersect with the 0.69 and the 0.81 levels. So click there. Make sure it intersects at the 0.69. Come back over, select it again, click here, and make it intersect with the 0.81. Now when the asset starts a counter trend rally, look for price to encounter resistance when it reaches these levels and angles of interest. Let's come down and hit play, right there, and pause it. So we can see that price pushes up and gets rejected at this trend line right here. Now after that strong rejection, we can use the Crypto Hustle retracement to forecast potential support. Go back to the menu, Fib retracement, and go ahead and click where the move ended and come back down to where it started, right there. Let's go ahead and draw our support trend lines. Click here, have it intersect with the 0.81. Come back over to the menu, do it again, and have it intersect with the 0.69, like so. Come down and hit play, and pause right there. So we can see the price bounced once it came in contact with the diagonal and horizontal support right here. Now if we take a step back and analyze what's going on, we can see the price is bouncing back and forth between support and resistance in this triangle, trying to decide whether it wants to break to the upside or push down further. So the next thing to do will be to try to find some other indication of which direction it's going to choose. If we take a look at the MACD, we can see that there are lower lows in price, but higher lows down here. We can actually zoom in some. We can see exactly where it confirms. Go over here, zoom in. All right. Select trendline tool. All right. Draw it across, and once the MACD pushes past this level here, bullish divergence is confirmed. This gives us a high probability that once price breaks out of this triangle, it's going to resolve bullishly. Let's go ahead and hit play and see how it turns out. All right, let's go ahead and readjust. Now, as you can see, price broke out of the triangle and broke past all levels of resistance and is now looking to make new highs. For our last example, let's take a look at Ethereum USD on a weekly time frame. We're going to go ahead and use this downtrend that starts here and ends here. And like I've said in previous videos, if you scale your chart correctly, you can use the information from this clear move to forecast cycle turns in price. Let's go ahead and run through that process real quick. Head over to the menu, select circle tool, come across here, and then we want to make sure that it lines up with the 50. All right, go into the settings, lock that in right there, click OK. All right, now we don't need that anymore. Let's go ahead and hide that. Head over to the menu, select circle tool, start where it ended, and come back to where it started. All right, adjust it, head over, select the trend tool right there, click here, and come on down and then line it up with the 3 o'clock on the circle. And it's somewhere around this time that we would expect the cycle to complete and look for price to reverse back to the upside. Let's go ahead and mark that. Come over here in the menu, select the vertical line tool right here, and let's mark at the 3 o'clock of the circle. Let's go ahead and adjust it and hit play. Now once Ethereum reaches the 3 o'clock position of the circle, there's a time and price equality, which makes it stop consolidating and begin to push to the upside, like you can see here. All right, let's go ahead and pause it there. Now with the Crypto Hussle retracement, we can get the same instance of time and price equality even faster without having to scale the chart. Let's head over to the menu, select the Fib retracement tool, start here, come back to here. And as you can see, the 0.69 trend line lines up with the 3 o'clock position of the circle here. The trade-off with the speed is that it's not going to be as precise and accurate as the quick scaling method. On lower time frames, this is not going to be a big deal because you're only going to be off by a few minutes or hours. But it does matter on the higher time frames when you're talking about being off by a few weeks or a few months. So now the price is reversed. We're looking for horizontal resistance at either the 0.69 or 0.81 levels. Let's go ahead and hit play and see how it turns out. All right, let's go ahead and pause it there. So after predicting this reversal in price months in advance, price then pushes up and runs into resistance at the 0.81 level right here. So just like we drew a trend line to intersect with the 0.69 to forecast this reversal in price right here, we can do the same thing using the 0.81 to forecast another reversal in price. Let's go ahead and adjust it and mark that with a vertical line. Menu, let's go ahead and mark that, and let's hit play and see what happens. Now based off the previous rejection, we know what price to look for resistance, but the Crypto Hussle retracements were able to forecast what time to look for that reversal in price. Let's go ahead and pause that right there. Now as you can see, price pushed up, hit resistance at the time and price equality, reverse direction, and retrace back down. Now to forecast our next potential level of interest, we're going to draw the Crypto Hussle retracement off this clear move here, come down to there. And that's going to give us these horizontal levels of support to look for a reversal in price. Let's go ahead and hit play and see what happens. All right, reverses. Let's go ahead and pause it there. Now, as you can see, price found support right at the forecasted horizontal support level and reversed back to the upside. Let's go ahead and hit play and see how this all played out. Play. All right, continues up. Breaks through that resistance on the third try. And now it's more than likely going to break the new highs. That's going to be it for this video. See you guys next time.